Hello guys, I finally finished this. I've been doing it, I don't know, maybe a month, a little over a month, I guess. So I did all 50 paintings. I finished the last one today, but the last one was just like, all right, I'm done. So I didn't, the last one's awful because I just could not get into it. I just wanted to be done with it all. But anyway, so this is Learn to Paint in Acrylics with 50 Small Paintings by Mark Daniel Nelson. And I did all of these for the most part. I tried to follow along. I think in the beginning I like read the directions, and he'll give you like 5 steps, you know. So, you know, we'll show you the 5 steps. So in the beginning I was kind of pretty much doing it. And then, I don't know, some of it is a bit, it just seems counterintuitive to me. Like to do the background last, or to do certain things in a certain order. So I ended up doing them the way that feels right for me. Some of them were more difficult than others. Depending on the subject, depending on the style, a lot of these were more impressionistic, I guess. I tend to be more detail oriented, so it was, and a lot of them were sticking together. I did one on each side. So that was the first one, Moonrise. So they start you out simply, and then they introduce different techniques and different elements as you go along. So then, I just want to make sure y'all can see these. Okay. Simple Sunset. So then we get some color. Pasture Scene. Deep Blue Sea. Rowing Boat. And I ended up doing a second boat in another one that and you can see the progress because, you know, they just add new, not that I haven't done acrylic before, but I haven't really studied it. I just kind of did it, you know what I mean? This one's upside down. I did a couple of them upside down. This is bread and butter. I didn't do the upside down on purpose. It just, it was just the way I was holding the book, and I thought, oh, this is right. Misty Mountains. There's Cardboard Box, Sailboat. Now it starts to get a little more interesting. I think these paintings add a little more interest. Red Poppy, Red Shoe. This was Color Field Abstract, but I know I did this one upside down too, not that you can tell. Barn and Pasture. Yeah, the other thing was that I noticed that, and I know it's essential in probably, I don't know if it's essential in all acrylics, but I don't remember doing a lot of layering in my previous acrylic attempts, but it really does, although sometimes it seems like it's a little overkill, like, do a light yellow layer, then do a light orange layer, then do like a really dark brown on top of it. Well, what was the point of doing the yellow and then the red and the brown? Just do the brown, you know? If it's going to be dark until, so some of them I didn't understand, but some of them I'll point them out when I get to them. It really made a lot of sense to do like darks, especially first, and then do like a layer of lighter color over it, so it blended it. It did make sense. Let's see, Slice of Cake, Road, and Glass. I must have meant grass. I don't know why I put glass. That was kind of weird. Let's fix that. Let's see. I like the way this tree came out. Summer Tree. I tend to feel really weird when I do trees. I don't think they look like they should. I think, you know, it's one of those things that you just get stuck on. I don't know. I never seem to feel like my trees are realistic enough. But I like the way this came out. And this doesn't look like the one in the book. I just like the way that looked. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. See, theirs is a little more square, I guess. And I just added more like depth to make the tree look full, I guess. Let's see. Tree Silhouette. I didn't particularly like the way this came out. yellow circles. This was one of those ones where you did the circles first and then had to do the background, which I was annoyed at, but then I understood because you wanted to get the yellow. You didn't want these to be on top of blue. You wanted it to be on plain paper. So you wanted the transparentness to kind of show. A ball of yarn. So the kind of introducing shadows and stuff. I like how this came out. I like the colors. Bird's nest. This one drove me crazy. Flowers in a glass, because it was just so, and my flowers don't look like, or the flowers in the book look different. Because this was really what they wanted, and I was just like, that is just a mess. I can't do that. It just didn't feel like flowers to me, so I made them a little more defined. I tried to be a little bit looser, but I have a hard time with that. Okay. See, this is the kind of thing I don't normally do, and I really kind of like the way it came out. I like the way the trees and the clouds came out. Although I did the clouds wrong. I was supposed to leave, I think I was supposed to leave the paper white, and I didn't. I painted it white, or I did something, but I don't know. I kind of like the way that looks. This one, I don't know, this is too impressionistic for me. It's called Impressionist Landscape. That's road and sky, and it's just not my thing. I don't like it. I don't like painting it. This really isn't what it was supposed to be, because, I'll show you what it was supposed to look like. Is that? No, we didn't get there yet. It's supposed to end up looking like this. The thing was, they wanted you to use the pouring, what's it called? The acrylic pouring medium. And I didn't have any, or so I thought. I did find some. I was cleaning up the studio, and I did find some buried in the back of all my mediums. So I could have done it again, but I did give it a try. I tried to do it by using like a gloss medium, and I don't know. I'm not into abstract. It picked off all these little pictures, all these little sections of paint on the on my little rooster, because it sticks. But I mean, it's just a sketchbook. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I kind of like the way the rooster came out. It wasn't too bad. This one came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I thought it's one of those impressionistic loose type of things, but I thought it came out pretty cool. City scene. I mean, I think the red really made it come alive. So, but yeah, it came out better than I had thought. Unlike this one. I don't really, it's snow scene. This is actually blue, and I'm not sure why, because that's what it is. Oh, this was a lot looser than mine, but this shouldn't be blue if it's snow, because it's not like that's a river. I don't know. I didn't like this picture, so. All right, I want to keep moving this. Bunch of bananas. I like the colors, but I don't like the way the bananas came out. I don't know why I couldn't get them to come out. That's their picture. Yeah, whatever. River and trees. I didn't particularly like this one. I'm not a big landscape fan anyway. This one's upside down. Poppy field. I do like the colors. But it's just too loose for me. I like them to look a little bit more realistic. But yeah, I like the colors. Sunflowers, yeah. You can see this picked up the red from here too. Birch trees. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not that interesting. This was Expressionist Landscape. I don't know. I just followed along with the picture. I don't know, it wasn't good. I like to draw things that are at least recognizable, quickly. Light bulb. I think I like the way this came out. My light bulb's a little lopsided, but in general, I like the way it came out. I like the way this came out. I changed the background. I think it was, I don't know what color it was, but I wanted this bright orange. So it's a balloon dog. But I like how that came out. Gift box. At least it's getting more interesting. It's something that's, I don't know, more interesting. Clothespin. I don't like painting clothespins or drawing them. I find it very boring, and I've done it so many times in so many classes. I just don't like them. They're not interesting to me. Chair. This was working, well, it was, I think the lesson was about painting wood, but this was working like you painted the whole thing brown first, and then you kind of painted like negative space kind of thing, which, because it's so precise and so angular, it kind of was difficult for me, but it ended up being all right, I guess. Old boat. I do like the way this came out. This was the second boat that we did, and I guess it's just more details, and I like that. So it's tin cup and cherry. I don't know. I had a hard time, I think. I think I would have... This is a loose way of doing metal, and I would rather be more precise, like more like photorealistic if I was going to do that for real. For, you know, for my own stuff. Blue cup, yeah, whatever. I like this colors, the orange colors. Glass jar. This was interesting to try to get the red to show through. I didn't really follow the instructions on that. I just looked at the picture and did what I did. Crumpled paper. I don't really think it looks like paper, but it looks weird to me. But doesn't look bad. Mountain scene. Yeah, it's all right. I'm sick to death of doing landscapes though. Weathered townscape. This was difficult. These are the kind of paintings I like. I like when people do these, but I just don't feel I'm good at them, or I don't feel comfortable doing them at all. I just like that kind of thing. I like to look at these, but I don't like to paint them. Elephant. It was all right, I guess. Cat in sunlight. Hang on a minute. All right, ignore the sound. I'm cooking lunch. I just not too many more left. Okay, cat in sunlight. This one took me a while to do. I do like the colors, but yeah, it was all right. It just looks like a really angry cat, though. Classical statue. I don't really think this came out great, but this is an example of what I was saying, where you put down a color and then do a layer over it so that it blends a little more, because it was supposed to be looking like it was made of stone, so it helped to blend doing the layers in this one. Bearded man. Yeah, it was, all right. I don't know. It's not my favorite. I don't know. It was okay. It came out okay. And this is a bad one. Pile of candy. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like, but it really isn't that much. It's not really defined enough for me. I think I like things to be a little more defined, so mine doesn't look anything like that. I'm over it, so that was my last one. I started my second, this is going to be the next one, Learn to Paint in Acrylics with 50 More Small Paintings. So I started, I drew out the squares for all of them and put the titles and started drawing like kind of outlines. A lot of times in here they want you to paint the outline, or it's easier for me to draw it, because then I can take the paint and just slosh it down. I don't have to think you know, too much. So that's it. I don't know, I do kind of recommend it. They're kind of fun, because they're small. There's something, I was doing, you know, 3 or 4 a day, so it was a little more annoying, but I think if you did 1 a day or a couple a week, it's a good exercise, you know, if you want to work on your acrylics. So I'm looking forward to doing these. There's some cute ones. See, I like this candy. I think one candy is good, because you can focus on the one and really get the details. And when there's a bunch of them thrown down, it's just a mess, and that's what I've proven. But yeah, this looks like it'll be some more fun little paintings to do. It'll almost fill this book. Be a couple extra pages in the back. I don't know when I'll be getting this done. I don't know, depends. maybe another couple of months, and I'll come back and I'll do another one of these for another, what is it, a sketchbook tour. So that was it. Well, hope you found that interesting. Next time, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.